7 days EuroCup in association with Welcome to the decider. Game 3 of this semi-final series between Virtus Segafredo Bologna and EuroCup Kazan at the Virtus Segafredo Arena, which is going to be nearly empty today as EuroCup come into the house, having taken it to a third and deciding game with that dramatic winner when they held off Bologna to give the Italian Giants their first defeat of the season. Now it goes into a shootout. Winner-take-all. Here's Dimitris Priftis, the EuroCup coach.
It's a game maybe more important than the final itself. In this kind of games, in order to answer to your the second part of your question, you need to have a combination of concentration, of energy, and at the same time to have a good level of self-confidence. So it's a very spiritual, thing. This mental, thing. This approach, this game tonight. It's not an easy combination. This, of course. So we will fight both teams, and we will see the result after 2 hours.
The mental edge, as Dimitris Priftis says, may be significant because both Game 1 and Game 2 were decided by nail-biting 4 points. A double prize at stake, of course, not only a chance to go and lift the EuroCup, a major piece of silverware, but the winner is also guaranteed to be appearing in next season's EuroLeague as well. Bologna haven't been there since 2008. Sasa Djordjevic knows he is coaching in a basketball-mad city that is just dying to get back to the EuroLeague. Here's his thoughts on tonight.
Just think about us. Be assured what we do, what we did till now. Think with confidence, play with attitude, with winning attitude. That's it. That's how you front and how you play these games.
So it's all going to come down to this. Virtus Segafredo Bologna and EuroCup Kazan battling it out in basically a sudden death shootout for a place in the 2021 EuroCup Final. AS Monaco await the winners. And who will it be? Will it be Bologna? The series is tied, as you can see. The history means nothing here. Bologna went on that incredible 20-game winning streak, equaling the all-time record set not once but twice by Locomotive. History will tell Bologna that a 20-game win streak doesn't mean very much because Locomotive did not go on and win the tournament in either of those occasions. And if you want another omen, 3 Italian teams have reached this stage of the EuroCup. Treviso in 2011, Trento in 2016, Reggio Emilia in 2018. Not one of them went on to the EuroCup Final. So they've got some history to get past here. Belinelli and the rest of the Bologna players will start this one as favourites. They do have home court advantage as well. EuroCup Kazan, though, have taken this to that nail-biting Game 3, where strong nerves will be as significant as a game plan as well. Bologna held off EuroCup in that first game. EuroCup almost blew an 18-point lead in the second game. Bologna managed to level it up with 20 seconds to play. But 4 free throws from Jamar Smith, who we just saw there, allowed them to get out of it and force this Game 3. Smith, by his standards, had a very low-scoring game, a season-low 8 points, but he stepped up big time when it really mattered. He and Milos Teodosic, the talisman for Bologna, have both really lost their range as far as three-point shooting is concerned in this series, but EuroCup found a way to win with a very, very deep backcourt in Game 2. They found a way to win by taking care of the ball, and they found a way to win by dominating on the offensive rebounding end. And Bologna come into this one knowing that turnovers and offensive reboundings will be significant tonight. And the bad news for Bologna, one of their centres, Amadeo Tessitori, he's tested positive for COVID. He can't go tonight. How significant could that be? It puts a lot of pressure on Julian Gamble, and Gianpaolo Ricci, their skipper, might fill in the 5 spot as well. Sasha Djordjevic will have to try and work out how to deal without big Tex Tessitori. Front runners and confident all season long, seemingly unbeatable for so long. Suddenly, there's question marks against Virtus Segafredo Bologna. And Sasha Djordjevic settled the nerves the way he did as a player with Partizan when he sunk a game winner to win the EuroLeague Championship way back in 1992. He's a man for the big occasion. And this is certainly a very significant occasion indeed. Bologna might not have been in the EuroLeague since 2008, but they have won the EuroLeague a couple of times. And they played in the 2004 EuroLeague Championship game as well. Milos Teodosic and Jamar Smith are the head-to-head that we will be keeping very, very close eye on. As I say, Jamar Smith went 0-5 from beyond the arc in game 1. Teodosic is 2 of 16 in this series from beyond the arc. There is the Unix roster, which is pretty much as we expected. A healthy Nate Wolters gave them so many more options in that backcourt, as we saw in game 2. He came back from injury. Be the starting 5 for Sasha Djordjevic. They've been so good for so much of this season. They have so many stars. Marco Belinelli being one of them, of course. He'll come off the bench, and boy, he'll do some stuff. Josh Adams, a big 3-point shooter off the bench as well. Jamar Alibegovic can knock down a triple. Our officiating crew today, led by Sreten Radovic. Wherever you look on these two rosters, you are looking at huge talents. Look at Milos Teodosic right there, for example, a EuroLeague MVP, a EuroLeague champion, a EuroCup MVP last season. Just the regular season MVP, of course, because the competition wasn't finished. But a man who's played on the big stage and excelled on the big stage. And he shrugged off, by his standards, a couple of indifferent performances to get right back to the top of his game and help steer Sasha Djordjevic to a EuroCup final. Isaiah Cannon shrugged off some indifferent shooting in recent rounds as well. Came up with a big game in round 2 when they really needed it. He stepped up big time, 19 points and a career high 8 rebounds for Cannon in that game 2. And rebounding is a major issue in this game, particularly on the offensive glass. sure Sasa Djordjevic has drummed it into his players. Protect that ball. Turnovers have really hurt them. 19 in game 1, 15 in game 2. There are 50 fans allowed in the house. Expect them to make some noise. Two teams 40 minutes away from the EuroCup final, and away we go. It'll be Bologna who will get it first. Unics in the white. A huge prize, a double prize. Not only a place in the EuroCup final and a chance to win some major silverware as Teodosic takes on a 3 from the point, and it won't go. And Bologna will be hoping that's not an omen. That helps. But 2 of 17 in this series now. And he just couldn't keep himself in there. Cannon under pressure from Teodosic. Now, who's going to pick this up? It's Julian Gamble that gets it, and he gives it back to Teodosic, who will try from the wing this time, and that drops. And they make the most of their second chance. Big time. Bologna on the board first. Now, is there an immediate response? Oh, yeah. There's a man that's suddenly rediscovered how to shoot. Been all over the place in the quarterfinals and in the first game of this series. Isaiah Cannon that came up massively in that game 2. We got a whistle. We're off to a fast one. Yeah, this is one of those blink and don't miss it jobs. You don't want to be going anywhere, because every shot is going to be significant in this game. Teodosic with the inbound. Ooh, a bit of collision there, but Markovic continues to go, and Jordan Morgan said, Well, that's what Jordan Morgan can do. He'll knock those down. That gets through to Gamble, and there's a call against Julian Gamble of the offensive foul. A lot of pressure on Gamble with Tessitore out, of course. Spin move there from Jordan Theodore, who had an absolutely super game in game 2. He was a difference maker. 15 points, a season high. He feeds this time, and how about that from Okaro White? Effortless from the one-time Florida State man, whose career as a pro started with Bologna. There's one, goes back the other way. Hey, this is shootout time. And Teodosic is saying, hey, I was 2 of 16 going into this one. Hey, how about 2 of 3 tonight? I'm back. He's back. Theodore's here as well. Theodore with the inside feed, but Jordan Morgan can't get it. Yes, he can. He can recycle it. Here goes White. Steps inside. It was offline. Teodosic gobbles it up. That won't get through. Coming off the boot of John Holland. Less than 2 minutes into this deciding game, you can sense the intensity. You can sense just how much it means, just how big is the prize. And it's amazing how much noise just 50 fans can make. It completely changes the atmosphere. There's going to be a call there on Holland. Pulled down by Weems. Weems will drive it in, and overdrive off the glass. Cannon will collect from Morgan. He'll take it in, he draws a crowd. Oof. Yeah, ran into trouble there, didn't he? Kyle Weems was one of a gang of 3 there, blocking his way, and he just said, well, the call goes against him. He lost the ball anyway. Everything went wrong there for Isaiah Cannon. Stefan Markovic, who's got so many EuroCup records to his name, starts things going here. Giampaolo Ricci, the skipper of this squad, gets it back from Weems and says, hey, I'm a captain and I'm going to lead by example. Is anybody going to shoot a 2 tonight? I mean, this is a 3-point shootout, isn't it? Well, we've got collisions going on there. That was Okaro White hitting the deck with Kyle Weems following suit, but I think it was Weems that they might have caught. this. Lovely stuff from Ricci. Got over there in front of White. Well, they've had 5 scoring buckets, all of them from downtown. Maybe they've changed the rules and not told us you're not allowed to shoot from inside the arc tonight. Well, that would make things interesting, wouldn't it? Here's Jordan Theodore, who can shoot from anywhere. He'll take it in, and it gets knocked down. Ricci was there to swat that away. So an offensive play one end, a defensive player at the other. Gianpaolo Ricci says, don't bring it here to Jordan Theodore. Theodore with the inbound. It's a little bit of space created, and he's overcooked that one as John Holland. Markovic with the inbound. Teodosic. The two maestros working in tandem in that backcourt for Bologna. But Teodosic doesn't need anybody, but he overdid it. Holland was able to come in and knock it down. Theodore with the burst, gets away from Ricci. Ricci stays with him and wins as well. It ends up in the hands of Gamble. Great hustle from Ricci, and that's another Jordan Theodore misfire. As both teams play a bit of D, Weems tries to send it inside, not happening. There's no way past Jordan Morgan there. Now Theodore hangs it up there for Holland. Teodosic stays with him. Holland looks, and that's the inside feed that won't go for Morgan. There's the outlet pass. Markovic sends it back. Weems for 3. Oh, my goodness me. And the offensive rebound has been collected by Ricci. Back it goes. Teodosic with the bounce pass inside. Still nothing, and the putback is there. The first two-pointer of the game. Kyle Weems scores it with nearly 4 minutes on the board. And Bologna with a 5-point lead. Timeout. This one we knew was going to be good. It started off at an explosive pace. Well, look at that. Teodosic with the feed, Gamble. And in the end, Kyle Weems said, well, listen, somebody's got to score a 2 tonight. I'm going to be that somebody. The putback was there. Well, Unix have got to dig in and just hang on here. You don't want to be playing catch-up against an offensive juggernaut like Bologna over the course of this EuroCup campaign, averaging over 87 points a game. Give them a head start. They are good front runners. Monaco await in the EuroCup final, which will get underway. Game 1 on the 27th of this month. Who will be playing Monaco? It's more physicality there, and physicality is going to be the key. Yeah, Markovic and Okaro White getting busy, and that's really annoyed Jordan Theodore. Well, it's all going on, isn't it? That's Theodore and Markovic just all getting a bit tetchy, isn't it? There's a lot on the line here, an awful lot on the line. And calm heads are needed. You heard Dimitris Privtic, the Unix coach, talking about that. We've got to stay cool. We've got to almost have a spiritual sense about ourselves. They don't want to get drawn into a dogfight, that is for sure. I think the officials doing a good thing here, just having this conversation just to, if nothing else, just take the steam out of things a little bit. Whether they'll throw a penalty down remains to be seen. I'll tell you one thing, Stefan Markovic won't back down from any verbal confrontations, that's for sure. This is all going to get looked at again, though. That Markovic-Theodore issue, I think, is the thing that they'll be looking at. rather than what happened afterwards. Well, there they both are. White was trying to run some interference now. And he's trying to kind of walk away, isn't he? And then Theodore just takes exception and could have been any interpretation you like there, really. You could pick up White if you want. And a shove in the back. Or you could just say, guys, settle down. But it's a supercharged atmosphere with high stakes. Yeah, the call is made. Yeah. Well. Stefan Markovic will get called. He's got to get his head back in the game. The guy that's played on a high stage, an Olympic finalist back in Rio 2016. And there's an offsetting one as well with Jordan Morgan getting involved. So his shove. After all that, we carry on. Collected by Theodore, and they really are looking to try and keep him quiet. And there he goes again. That's Weems with the hustle. Weems picks his pocket brilliantly. They're not going to get played by Theodore tonight if they can help it. That's for sure, Bologna. Teodosic with the jumper won't go. White collects the rebound. Now let's see if Theodore can get himself free from this very intense defense Bologna are throwing at him. Here's Cannon. Markovic gives him the outside, and Cannon will take that, but it won't go, and Ricci will collect. And both teams firing blanks here. Teodosic, we're at the midway point of this very supercharged first quarter. Here's Stefan Markovic, who's been dishing out the assist for fun along with Teodosic. And that won't go, but he'll get it back rather fortuitously, send it back to his tag team partner, and Teodosic finds Weems, and that'll do nicely for Virtus Bologna. Make it a 7-point lead. Theodore to Holland. Unics need a response. Holland looking to knock down a triple like that. John Holland says, hey, I can play that long-range game too. He's known for his two-point shooting, very accurate two-point shooter, John Holland, but that was a beauty. Now then, Ricci. It won't go, but there is a whistle. It's time to change it up, isn't it? Theodore's shift finishes. Jamar Smith will check in, and there's the good news for Gianpaolo Ricci that there is a whistle. But bad news is it goes against Bologna. And here is Jamar Smith, and here is Nate Wolters. What a difference he made coming off the bench, healthy again. So they've freshened up their backcourt here, Unics. Wolters to try and tease his way into the lane. Weems wouldn't let him go, and then Wolters tries to fashion something again. And Weems was big defensively once more. Kyle Weems is playing a strong defensive shift here. Alessandro Paiola is in that backcourt now for Bologna. Gamble back to Paiola, another good defensive player. Teodosic to Gamble. Gamble's drawn a double team, so send it out to Ricci, and Ricci can't get it either. Given a lot of time there as well. They don't even get the second prize of possession here, Bologna. They thought it came off Jordan Morgan. The officials thought otherwise. Marco Belinelli time, put up 33 points in that losing effort. Newcomer to the EuroCup. Who's got such vast experience across the Atlantic, and who played 76 EuroLeague games with Bologna over the course of 5 seasons. Trying to get his old team back there. There's a whistle there as John Holland looked to drive in. Holland drew a crowd. You can't catch your breath on this one. Is that Paiola just reaching in? So here's Holland. That goes. Four-point game there as Paola moves this one away. Just a bunch of games earlier in the season. Ricci working low post against Holland. Holland sticking with him very closely. Nowhere to go, so Ricci will then go inside. And Vince Hunter comes up. And there's another whistle. Boy, it's uncompromising in the paint. It's uncompromising all over the court, isn't it? But yeah. There's going to be some whistles here. He gets knocked down by White. Off the foul. Vince Hunter. Let it to go work. Round of 16, Vince Hunter had. Unplayable. It's close to just over, in fact, 19 points a game in the round of 16 and 8 rebounds a game. Here's Nate Wolters, playing the EuroCup with Besiktas before spending 3 seasons in the Euro League. He helps steer Unix Kazan back to the top table, and another lose out. Had his pocket picked by Hunter. Hunter flips it behind, and flying through with the thank you very much play is Amar Alebegovic. Well, turnovers are not helping Unix Kazan's cause. That's what sealed Bologna's doom in the last game. White. Very congested. He'll have to take this on, and there was no angle at all there for Jamar Smith. The fast break is on. It's been just about kept alive by Belinelli, but it ends up with a Unix vest. Holland will feed it outside to Wolters for a corner three, and nothing but nylon on that one from Nate Wolters. And now Bologna call a timeout. So they got done in transition there. Wolters having his pocket picked. Flying two-handed throwdown from Amar Alebegovic off the Hunter feed. But already 8 turnovers in this first quarter. 5 of them, though, coming from Unix Kazan, who only had 10 in game 2 combined through the 4 quarters. This is a much more aggressive-looking Bologna going after that ball. They are certainly winning the rebounding battle after having been out-rebounded badly on the offensive end in both the first 2 games, particularly in game 2. 17-10, but here they've helped themselves to 4 offensive rebounds. Unix Kazan yet to register their first. So 2 key areas that Bologna needed to tighten up to win this game. Looks like they've tightened them up considerably and significantly. It's a 5-point game inside the first 2 minutes of this enthralling first quarter. Paola, Wolters sticking with him closely. Who can get free? Who can open up? Still plenty of time. Now Paola can turn and face, but still nobody can get free. Belinelli, you know he can knock him down from anywhere, but that wouldn't go. White collected that. Wolters flips it to Holland, and Smith's alone in the corner. They get away with one. There's a whistle. That will go against Bologna. Begovic. Jamar Smith He's taken a couple on now. The first one was under intense pressure. He'll be disappointed that one didn't drop for him, though. But the whistle gives him second prize. Jordan Theodore spent most of his shift getting bounced around all over the place as John Brown, that unmistakable presence of his, drops down the first from the stripe. One of the great grinders of this competition, John Brownie, will give you a bit of everything. Oh, went for the high press, but almost managed to create something for themselves. Unix Kazan, didn't happen. Alebegovic working the other 7. Wolters. Now Smith's gone over there to help out. And the double team. And in the end, he's too tight. Begovic knocks down the first one. Josh Adams waiting to come on. Two for two. Begovic. Wolters takes that from Holland, flips it away. Holland steps in, steps back, gives it to Wolters for a deep triple, and it goes. Beautiful execution from Nate Wolters. Kazan pulled to within 2 inside the final minute of this first quarter. Picked off, read all the way, and that is what John Brown gives you. You show him even a sniff of a turnover opportunity, he'll burn you. John Brown with the pick and the put away to tie this one up. Good response this from Unix Kazan, who don't want to be playing catch-up. They draw level late in this first quarter. Awudu Abbas. Alebegovic drives down the baseline. Back it goes. Abbas will take on a big 3, and it's an air ball from Awudu Abbas, who's a good three-point shooter. Shooting around 44% this season going into this game. But he fires a blank there, and that gives Unix Kazan a chance to have the last word and take a lead on this last possession of the first quarter. Smith. I have to watch the clock. He'll take it inside where Brown goes to work again. Hunter did just enough to put him off, but I think Unix Kazan will be very happy to hear that buzzer and look at the scoreboard, because we can't separate these two, who are now both 30 minutes away from a place in the EuroCup final. 10 minutes gone, can't separate them. It's Bologna 21, Unix 21. Well, what an explosive start we had. Threes dropping from here, there, and everywhere. Teodosic setting the tone early. Teodosic with the feed inside as well. Kyle Weems on a big shift. Turnovers big for Bologna. Hunter sends it back. Alebegovic says, I got you. Talking of turnovers, what about the steal there from John Brown and the put away? The numbers look like this. 1 of 7 from inside Unix Kazan. And the rebounding, much healthier for Bologna. 11-9. Turnovers, even Stevens, 4 and 5. 3 steals each. And that's a set of stats that says there's not much to separate these two teams. Catch your breath in that first 10 minutes. Big will Belinelli be tonight. whose career started with Bologna in the EuroLeague. Can he take them back there at the age of 35? 30 minutes to find out the answer, because it's not just a place in the EuroCup final that's at stake. The winner of this one will also be playing in the EuroLeague next season as Smith feeds Wolters. He stays with that same backcourt, Prifdis. Brown making a nuisance of himself. Here he goes, he flips it out, and that is going to be taken on, but not drops from Uzinski. There's a bit of hustle going on there, and here goes Apiece. Has he got it? Yes. Paola presses the reset button. Belinelli, Brown keeping very, very close tabs on him. Apiece, nice passing, and there's the flush from Omar Belinelli off the Hunter a feed. Bologna back in front. Wolters. It's not a bad stat sheet, is it, for Alibegovic thus far? Smith. Paola watching him. He'll take on a really deep two and make it look so easy to tie it up again. Bologna don't want that man busting loose. If Jamar Smith gets on a roll, watch out, and he's a man who knows how to win this competition. Won it with Malaga 4 seasons ago. And there's a foul called there, which I think will be on Okaro White as Apiece took it to the rim. So Apiece wants of Milan to look to break the tie. And it does. Two out of two for Apiece. Stefan Markovic looking on. Wolters. Smith. Again, really physical around there, isn't it? Here goes Brown. Here's White. White marked by Alibegovic, and can't stop him though. Beautiful execution from Okaro White. Whistle there, which could possibly go against Uzinski. Can't see who else it would have been. That is confirmed. He's matching up with Vince Hunter and matching up a bit too tight. There's Hunter again. Back out to Paola. Belinelli's been left on his own. Didn't watch his feet. You've got to watch these turnovers, Bologna. Now level. In that category, Wolters with the bounce pass to Smith. We've got whistles. That's Alibegovic this time. The off-the-ball collision. He was tangled up there with White. He's incurred the displeasure of the officials, and that'll be Hunter. As Brown got that. Settling into this Unix Kazan. We're very happy with that score. And they'll be looking for the lead here. Dmitry Uzinski involved. Smith will take it on from the point. That won't go, but it's a big rebound that comes up into the hands of Nate Wolters, who can't sink it either. But there's John Brown. There's an offensive rebound, but they aren't able to convert it into anything. Uzinski couldn't keep a tough one in play. Bologna get away with one. Just a sense, though, that Unix Kazan are starting to settle into this game and start to make things work for them. The feeling for much of that first quarter, they were just trying to hang on to the coattails, and they did a great job of that. But now they can start playing the turnover battle. Now they can get the offensive rebounds going. And Sasa Djordjevic decides to freshen the deck. Markovic, Ricci back in there. Hunter fakes to Abbas, gives it back to Markovic. Markovic zips it over. Ooh, tried to zip it over and just lost it. Yeah, Markovic puts his hands up on that one. He may be slightly concerned that the turnovers are starting to just creep up a little bit. Sasa Djordjevic. Theodore will come back in. See if he has a bit more success on this shift. They were very physical within Bologna in that first shift. And surprising enough what he did to him in game 2. Smith zips it back to him. Theodore's got all day, but doesn't put enough on it. Brown picks up another offensive rebound. Smith will take it on and sink it. There you go. Points off offensive rebounds. That's what Unix Kazan will be looking to do. They take a 3-point lead off the back of that Smith triple. Well, he needed that one, Jamar Smith. We've missed 9 in a row going into that one. If Jamar Smith starts knocking down threes, watch out. There's that physicality going on. There's the hustle from John Brown. There's Jamar Smith getting his range absolutely dead on. Teodosic all the way back to Markovic. Ricci. Theodore guarding him. It's opened up. Markovic won't take it on. Belinelli will and drop it. Good execution there by Bologna to pull to within a point. Belinelli on the board. Theodore, Brown, Smith. Real good tempo about Unix's work here. Here's Theodore again. Gamble's watching him. Ricci tried to get it, but couldn't get it. That was great work from Jordan Morgan to draw the foul. Would not be denied. Well, under intense pressure. Ricci, Gamble coming in off the back end as well. It's a short one, to say the least. Got the second one spot on, though. Unix Kazan up by 2 in this sudden death shootout for a place, not only in the EuroCup final, but also in next season's EuroLeague. There's a whistle there as Dmitry Uzinski brings the heat. He has brought rather too much heat. He's in a bit of foul trouble already. Teodosic, Belinelli. Bounce pass, Gamble will send that all the way back to Ricci. The step out from Markovic, away it goes to Belinelli. Belinelli steps away. We've got a player down as Belinelli knocks a 3. Problems for Unix Kazan here. When a player goes down like that, it's probably not good, which is why there is no great celebration as Jordan Morgan is clearly in some pain there. You just hope this is nothing too serious for him and for Unix Kazan. But that doesn't look too good. And it's where he fell as well there. It's probably an impact injury. And you can't run those off. Yeah, he's... Oh, yeah. There you go. Well, Belinelli made sure he didn't celebrate that triple either that has restored Bologna's lead, but Bologna came in a man short with Amadeo Tessitore testing positive for COVID, and it looks like Dimitris Priftis is going to have to find a way to get through this game. without Jordan Morgan. And hopefully that's not the case. But that didn't look good. Well, he's walking off under his own steam, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be running that off. When it's a knee, it could be absolutely anything. Yeah, you might just get lucky. Or it could be pretty serious. Who knows? Let's hope it's not too bad for Jordan Morgan. A little pat on the back there from Nate Wolters, who's only just come back from injury himself, of course. So out goes Jordan Morgan. Unix behind once again, but only by a point as Theodore tries to work Belinelli here. Vast experience, Belinelli. Smith will give it back to Theodore. Theodore back to Smith. Smith zips it over to White for a corner three that didn't have enough on it. Bologna's D holds firm. Markovic. Ricci, the low post, zips that over. Guess who's over there? Belinelli sends it back. Markovic will have to take it on. Yeah, but way too much on that. And who's going to get that? It is, of course, John Brown's in the middle of it, but he can't pick it up. And nor can Teodosic. Fast break is on. John Brown against Markovic. He'll wait. Smith won't. And Smith drains it. Oh, that was a play from Jamar Smith, and here's one at the other end. Checks once, checks twice, and says, hey, I'll get myself the freebie. Marco Belinelli. Years and years and years of experience. Waits for defenders to fly by. Takes the two to level it up again. What a game this is. 4.5 to play, first half. It's been great. Cannon draws the foul, teases it from Teodosic. Look at the response, though. Teodosic looks up and says, oh, look, Marco's up there. Marco says, hey, I'll wait for those two guys to go past. And I'll just drop an easy layup. Theodore. There's the release, and Cannon. Yeah, Isaiah Cannon. He's got some game tonight. Another one of those NBA veterans. Not as many games as Marco Belinelli, but over 200. Teodosic, absolutely brilliant. Bologna, back level, just like that. Some good long-range shooting from these two teams tonight. Oh, my goodness me. This is good stuff, it really is. Here's Okaro, White. Smith with an outrageous pass back to White. White won't get that, Belinelli will. Teodosic. Oh. Caught there by Cannon. Any intent there at all. There was certainly a reaction from Teodosic. Well then. Dimitris Priftis needs to be careful. A lot there. There's certainly no intent. Ricci checks back out again with Hunter in. Teodosic will go to the strike. Jamar Smith sits down as once again Dimitris Priftis reshuffles his backcourt with so many options available to him now. Bologna back in front as Milos Teodosic goes into double digits for the night. Not seen anything of Josh Adams tonight so far. The three-point specialist. 2 for 2. Both of them shooting so well from beyond the arc. They've already had 13 triples knocked down tonight. There's going to be lots more before they close the book on this one. Cannon to Brown. Brown to Holland. Holland takes on another huge one. That won't drop. Hunter will collect. Here's Markovic. Bologna with just over 3 to play first half. Looking to build on this 2-point edge that they've got here. Belinelli Another fake off. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. A man that's been playing for 20 seasons professionally at the very highest level on both sides of the Atlantic. He knows every trick. That was a thing of beauty from Marco Belinelli. Timeout, Bologna edging back in front again. She's sending it back. And Belinelli, who can score from anywhere, comes up with that. Markovic knows he can take it in, he can take it out. But the one thing everybody knows about Marco Belinelli, get the ball in his hands, good things happen. Good things certainly starting to happen now for Bologna, who had the early lead, lost it, allowed Unix to nudge in front, but have responded really well. Jordan Theodore, been kept very, very quiet thus far. Can he break loose? Tries to get past Belinelli, feeds Brown, there is a whistle. He drops it as well. Where there is John Brown, there is definitely plenty of positivity. There he goes again. Theodore with a beauty of a dish. Brown drops it and draws the foul. He knows all about the passions of Italian basketball. John Brown played for Roma, for Treviso, for Brindisi. I've never played in the EuroCup prior to this campaign. It's a one-point game again. Teodosic trying to get away from Cannon. Teodosic gets it to Markovic, to Gamble. Gamble's got Holland all over him, but he manages to get it back to Belinelli, and Brown trying to stay with Belinelli. He's done a good job there. Markovic will have to take a huge one on. Oh, the shot of the night! Stefan Markovic! An absolutely stunning triple, with the clock about to run out on him as well. Where did that come from? Can Unix get a response? White, you bet, takes the reverse. Little flash of brilliance there from Okaro. White. Teodosic hoists it in the direction of Hunter, who tries to spin away from White, and White's not going anywhere. There is a whistle. Take a bit of the air out of the Unix balloon as Vince Hunter draws the foul. And again, you can see these not overly thrilled about that. And he gets the technical. He wasn't happy with the call on Cannon. Even less happy with that one. Still no sign of Josh Adams. Hunter misses. These could be expensive. Both these two first games in the series were close, fought-out affairs. One on free throws at the death by Unix Kazan in the last round. He'll be missing too many of those. Hunter knocks down that one. Less than 2 to play, first half, 3-point game. Jordan Theodore in possession of Unix Kazan. Cannon thought about it. Now we'll find Holland. Holland to Brown. Brown will zip that back. Theodore will hang up the alley-oop, and guess who's flying through? It's John Brown again. One-point game. Teodosic, Cannon sniffing around for the steal, not happening. Hunter will take it on. Hunter for three, goes. That's a beauty. That really is. 7 triples now for the home side, 8 for the visitors. Both shooting very high percentages as well. Driven through and swatted away. Stefan Markovic is having none of that from Isaiah Cannon. That was a play of serious intent from Stefan Markovic. He flattened that one. Look at this. Not having it, is he? Unix, though, retain possession. Theodore waits to see who can get open. That somebody is John Brown. Here's Theodore again inside the final minute of this first half, and there's going to be a call there, I think, on Belinelli. He was the nearest player to Brown. So John Brown can be the first Unix player into double digits for the night, and is. They've always come up with a response, haven't they? Whenever there's been a Bologna big play, Unix have come back with something. Which is why they are just tucked in to the Bologna slipstream here. Dimitris Priftis, I think if you'd offered him a scoreline like that in the final minute of the first half, he'd say, we'll take that. Smith back in for this last few seconds of this absolutely enthralling first half. Markovic back, Teodosic takes it on and it won't go, but it will fall nicely for Kyle Weems. Teodosic will drive it in and there's a big collision there that's going to go against Milos Teodosic. Not sure if it was Brown or Holland he sent flying. No, it's Brown. So Alessandro Paola coming back in. Unix have really cleaned up on the turnovers. It's been a much cleaner game all round. Bologna now have 7 to Unix's 6. That's another collision. This is Holland on the deck and Julian Gamble looking around, as if to say, I can't believe you got me for that. Georgi Shbanov coming in. This Holland looks to level this up. And does. Both teams have put 25 points on the board in this second quarter, and Sasa Djordjevic wants to talk this possession over. Timeout. Game clock management. The key here. Don't want to score too quickly. Give Unix a chance to respond. Word here. It's Belinelli. Sends it out to Markovic for the play of the night. What a shot this was. What a shot. And Isaiah Cannon could not have played it much better than that. Forced him 3-4 meters beyond the arc. He's still just dropped it down. When they talk about unlimited range, that's what they're talking about. AS Monaco await the winner. winners in the best-of-3 EuroCup final, starting later this month. So, Teodosic off the timeout, waits for Belinelli. They are taking as much as they can off this. Hung up by Paola. Here's Gamble. Zips it back out. Belinelli will have a go here. There's a whistle. Big whistle. Smith, I think it was, that they got. Belinelli using all his experience to just tease that foul out of Jamar Smith. As Aruba Bass comes in, Belinelli did miss his only other effort from the stripe prior to this one. Let's see what he can do here. As Alabegovic goes back in as well. What's going on here with Marco Belinelli? 0 for 2. He was 8 of 9 in game 2 from the stripe, so you would think Marco Belinelli has missed every shot he's going to miss from there. Well, the damage not as bad as it could have been. As he goes 2 for 3. And there is time for Unix to reply here. Josh Adams checks in for these last few seconds. His first appearance in this game 3. Holland with the inbound. It's got to be quick from Unix. No rush here from Smith, who will take it on himself as a buzzer beater comes in, but it won't drop. Wow, that was some first half. It was an explosive first half. Big plays all over the court. Look at that scoreline as well. The midway point of this one, this winner-take-all Game 3 shootout, it's Virtus Segafredo Bologna 48, Unix Kazan 46. So many big plays to look back on. We don't have time for all of them, but here's a pick of some of the best. Bass feeding it inside, carried on, and Begovic saying, okay, that's mine. Nice bounce pass from Wolters to Smith. Smith stops, checks, drops a deep 2. Belinelli. Lovely pass, Markovic to Belinelli. Slams the brakes on and says, there you go. After all that scrambling around on the floor, it's John Brown in the middle of it. And Brown on the back end of it sits and waits and says, where is everybody? There's Jamar Smith, there's a 3. And Teodosic came straight back and said, oh look, Marco Belinelli's there. Marco waited for 1 and then 2 to drive by. Take the layup. Catch your breath time. The shooting percentage is better for Bologna. 53 and 50 is against 40 and 44. They have left 3 free throws hanging. The rebounding, they're winning that battle. Turnovers, though, they've sneaked up to 8. Unix will think if we can just improve our offensive rebounding a little bit and keep those turnovers coming, we might just win this. They put themselves in a very, very healthy position, though, at the midway point on the road in Italy. They're down by just 2. 20 minutes to go in this one.
Knight hit a long ranger from the other side, turns possession over, and Stevic. Oh, sorry, that is Costello, apologies, going like a train through the middle.
Cannon, guarded by Abbas. Wrap around pass, Morgan for the slam, and he's fouled by Abbas. It'll be another and one.
Is it too little, too late for Slaughter and Gran Canaria? The hustle on Knight gets it away to Ndoye into Lassalle. There is O'Brien, who slams in the lane and makes it an 8-point game.
Weems now. Ends off to Teodosic. Teodosic closely guarded on that wing, and he finds Tessitore for the slam. And that's the quality the Bologna has. The maestro there is Milos Teodosic.
Boss gets it in, Gray. Can he get the shot away? He does. Gray wins it on the buzzer! Oh my word, Gray has come up with a jump shot as time expires to send Monaco into the EuroCup Finals.
Teodosic connecting on the three-pointer. Teodosic defended by Brown, and he slices right past him. Teodosic from deep and strings the long range two, and it is Teodosic time here in crunch time at the Virtus Segafredo Arena. Teodosic relieves him with the basketball, skipping through the gap and kissing it off the window is Milos Teodosic. Skip to my Lou down the lane. Teodosic for three. Oh, big bucket from Milos Teodosic.
Very tough game. What are your feelings after this first half?
Readiness. We know what we have to do, we know what we came here, so we just got to be ready to execute everything on the game plan. Thank you.
Vince, how was this first half?
It was a battle, and it's going to be a battle the whole game. You know, that's what we expect from both sides, and you know, we just got to keep running our stuff and fight harder and outwork them.
Thank you.
Defense. It's 50 points almost half time. It's too many points. And to move the ball in offense, to play more. Every time we pass the ball, we had something open. Thank you.
A huge 20 minutes ahead for these two teams, for whom the prize is enormous. A chance to win a major European trophy. Unix Kazan won this championship back in 2011. Bologna won the EuroLeague back in '98 and again in 2001. The winner here has the right to battle AS Monaco to be crowned 2021 EuroCup champions. Will it be Dimitris Prifdis guiding EuroCup Kazan into the finals? Will Sasa Djordjevic steer Bologna home? We'll find out. The second half underway. Wolters for EuroCup Kazan. There's Jamar Smith. Wolters again. Brown running some interference. Brown will get it here, working Gamble, and Brown will work beautifully to level it up. Typical John Brown play there. There's 3 offensive rebounds, a couple of steals. He is now on 13 points. Ricci, Weems, back it goes. Markovic, who knocked down an outrageous triple in the first half. Didn't try another one there. He'll try one here. He will. Didn't quite have enough on it, and Brown collected the rebound again, and here goes Wolters, and here comes Smith, and here is Holland, and there is another rim shot. That would have been beautiful. Now that dropped, but it wouldn't. Teodosic from Markovic, getting away from Brown, trying to feed it inside, and there's an almighty collision there. As Holland was one of a gang of 3 that caught up with Gamble. Inevitable consequences. So that'll send Julian Gamble up to the stripe. He'll look forward to a rematch with Monaco. Should that happen, he had a season-high 19 points when those two teams met in the regular season. And Sasa Djordjevic will know that his team went 2-0 against Monaco, but he won't be looking that far ahead yet, and nor will Julian Gamble, and nor will any Bologna fan. And there's this one. Looks like it could be going down to the wire. Wolters. Smith. To Wolters again. Wolters goes in, comes out, goes in again. Creates the opening for a beauty from John Holland. That's nice. Lovely, patient and clinical execution. Teodosic back out to Markovic. Ricci can't get a shot away. Teodosic can and does, and strings it beautifully. With White there defensively, but nothing White can do to stop that. The 3-pointers continue to drop. Holland. Wolters taking it inside and banking it in. Took on Ricci and Gamble and won. And both teams thought, that's mine. Bologna. Markovic with that vision. Weems to Gamble. Gamble, it wouldn't go, and Wolters came and cleaned up. Brown made enough of a nuisance of himself to put Gamble off his shot. Now Wolters goes in, comes back out again, sends it back to Smith. There's Brown with the screen, and too much of the screen there, was it? They call him Markovic. See by his face which way that one's gone. Holland with the inbound to Wolters. Zip it in, and it just about gets there to Brown. And Markovic is going to pick up another one there. No, he's got to be careful. Same two players. Yeah, he's looking a bit concerned. Well, Markovic in a bit of trouble. Knocked away by Teodosic. Both teams looking to stem the flow. Big plays here. Talking about big plays, what about that? Jamar Smith comes up with another big one. Couldn't hit a triple in that last game. It's Teodosic just banking in a comfortable layup to keep Bologna ticking. Smith's hitting threes for fun tonight now, isn't it? And there's another beautiful one banked in. This is good execution from Unix. Okaro White taking what is there, and Unix shooting well here. Teodosic, 4-point lead for the visitors. 6-point swing through the first 3.5 minutes of this second half, and there's another turnover. Tried to thread it through to Gamble, that wasn't there. White waits for reinforcements to arrive. Holland just drives in and banks it in. Left Gamble in the dust. Saxa Djordjevic says, well, we better call a timeout here, otherwise we're going to get left in the dust. A very promising second half start this for Unix Kazan. Might have hit the deepest three of the whole game, but Unix were in double figures for 3-point shots converted. Smith leading the way, he has 3. Holland, Wolters, Cannon with 2. Okaro White got the other one. And this has been a highly efficient start to this second half for Dimitris Priftis and his squad. Bologna found themselves chasing the second half in game 2. 18 points in arrears. They level it up. Only to give away those 4 free throws in the last few seconds, which is why we're all here tonight. Teodosic looking to cut into that deficit and can't, but there's a putback there from Kyle Weems. They needed that, Bologna. Wolters. Slower tempo here from Unix Kazan. White. Just about held on to that. A little bit fortunate. Wolters will zip it out. Brown will take it on, and Brown strings a really tricky looking 2. Made that look so easy. Brown's having some game tonight. That's 15 points to go with the 4 rebounds, couple of steals, and an assist. Teodosic will take a 3 on. Nothing else there, and it won't go. Wolters collects. Now, 6-point lead and possession here. Smith will take one on, and Smith knocks down another beauty. My goodness me. Jamar Smith with his 4th of the night. And suddenly, very quietly, Unix Kazan have built a big lead. Teodosic gets that through to Weems. That's got to go, and doesn't, and Brown collects. Right now, Unix Kazan are bossing this game. This has been a really good 5 minutes for them. It's slow, it's steady, it's methodical. It's efficient. Smith, Wolters, no, air ball. Gamble can't get it, and Brown does. Typical John Brown. Here's White. Oof. Huge hit there on Teodosic. Bologna getting away with one there after John Brown hustled his way through to yet another huge rebound. Just dropping the shoulder there. Okaro White on Teodosic. This is promising for Unix Kazan. But, the frustration for them is that 4th offensive rebound from John Brown is not going to be converted into points. Nevertheless, Vince Hunter and the rest of the Bologna squad are staring down the barrel of a 9-point deficit here. This is getting looked at as well. We're going to see the big call. Belinelli comes back in. Markovic. Wolters tracking him. Buzinski's back out there as well for Unix Kazan. Hunter. Belinelli takes on Brown, sends it back to Ricci. Ricci back out, Belinelli over to Markovic. Markovic can't take one on again. Great work. Really good hustle there. This time it's John Holland closing it down. And guess what? The turnovers are starting to clock up here. It was turnover trouble that sealed their doom in game 2. More frustration for Markovic. A 4th foul with 14 minutes to play. Double figures in turnovers now for Bologna. Just 7 for Unix, that won't go. They can't get the rebound this time, even Brown couldn't pull that in. That's Paola that's just taken one in the face there. Isn't this typical John Brown, scrapping and fighting for everything? And 3 to deal with, and well, he couldn't come up with it. Just look how he's made Bologna work for that rebound. They have 5 offensive rebounds now. John Brown with 4 of them. These were the 2 things that served Dimitris Priftis and Unix so well in that game 2. Offensive rebounding, turnovers, and they're starting to manifest themselves here. Bologna down by 8 with possession. Ricci, Teodosic trying to get away from Buzinski. Will get through to Hunter, who had to adjust to get it. Hung up for Belinelli, but tipped up in the air by Brown. And once again, John Brown making a nuisance of himself. More disruption. There he goes. Nothing coming easy for Bologna now. We all know his team is in with a really good chance. Theodore. Lovely pass. Brown will hang up a deep 2 and sink it as well. John Brown is putting in player of the game numbers tonight. Double-digit lead here for Unix Kazan. Dimitris Priftis and his team have absolutely bossed this 3rd quarter. Dmitry Uzinski making a nuisance of himself. Lovely pass from Smith, and Brown knocks down another one. 6 of 8 from the field tonight, John Brown. Perfect from the stripe as well. Josh Adams is in. Teodosic to Ricci, who gets away from Holland, but Holland will pick up a whistle against him there. That's the kind of intensity on the defensive end that Bologna are being made to deal with now on a regular basis. Yes, too much, and the foul from Holland. But Dimitris Priftis won't mind this intensity under their own rim that his team is showing. There's been a few of those tonight. That's the 5th one they've missed from the stripe. I wonder if he's getting a little bit concerned at the way the tide seems to have turned here, Sasha Djordjevic. Since the 2nd one. But this has been a really good 3rd quarter for Unix Kazan. There's the steal. That's not so good. Hunter read it all the way, and the 2-handed throw down. And does that turn the tide once again? They needed a spark from somewhere, Bologna. Vince Hunter, the man who's just stepped up and provided it. A loose pass, picked off and thrown down. Is that Belinelli? It was Holland who's made that little move. There it is. Read the mind of Jamar Smith, and even John Brown couldn't make that play defensively. With both teams in the penalty. Smith will go up to the stripe for the first time tonight. Point number 14. Holland and Brown, the double-digit scorers, but Wolters and White are not far behind them. Very balanced offensive output from Unix Kazan tonight. Seems to lead by 9 here. Adams hustling away. These missed free throws. They come back to haunt Bologna. Well, even the second one was a little bit suspect. It does go. Another look at this. Bologna digging in here. Can they make a stand? Can they force a turnover? They continue to build off that wonderful Hunter steal and slam. 7-point game now. Smith with the bounce pass. Uzinski will take it back to Smith. Smith steps inside. Lovely fake there. Bit of razzle-dazzle off the back end, but nothing doing. Josh Adams fed it to Hunter. And they protect their own rim, Bologna. Definitely a turning of the tide. Adams, Teodosic. Hunter is called towards Teodosic. The lane won't open up as Smith just stuck with him. Oh, big play. Big play. Tide's turning again here. This is good from Bologna now. And Smith couldn't stop him legally. So Teodosic will look to tackle the and one here. It's another one that's missed. It's extraordinary, really. Is that 8 they've missed? Incredible. Theodore. Lovely feed, but Josh Adams was there to make a nuisance of himself as Holland looked to hook up with Brown. Possession will remain with Unix Kazan, much to Bologna's frustration, and Milos Teodosic in particular. Josh Adams showing his commitment. Let's see what Sasha Georgievich wants. He's not going to get it. Instead, it's going to be John Holland going to work again. Hangs that up there nicely. Moves up to 14 points. Here comes Adams. There's a whistle here against Theodore on Teodosic. a drama-free trip to the stripes. Sasha Djordjevic, I'm sure, is happy about that as Bologna claw their way back to just a 5-point deficit now. 1:20 to play, first half, beautiful. No end product, but there's a whistle on Hunter. Well, the whistles are coming thick and fast now. Such is the intensity of this one. Well, Brown was flying through and he didn't look like he'd got a very good connection on a very, very tough play there anyway, but the whistle goes. Brown misses for the first time from the line. You can sense the pressure building. With pressure comes errors. Brown makes no mistake second time around. Nice drive through there from Adams, draws the foul again. Theodore really is getting quite scrappy now. Adams bringing plenty of energy into that Bologna backcourt. Markovic in foul trouble. They need Adams to step up. Adams knocks that one down. But trips to the free throw line becoming increasingly regular here in this third quarter with both teams in the penalty. Adams going 2 for 2. Okaro still nursing that sore nose. 4-point game. Minute to play, third. Well, Unix have certainly been knocked out of their comfort zone. Brzezinski won't put it back into it. He'll send it back to Wolters. Holland will take it on over Belinelli in low air ball. Well defended by Bologna. Definitely a shift in the momentum in the second half of this third quarter. It was all Unix Kazan in the first half of this third quarter, but Bologna have regrouped. And Adams playing his part as well in that backcourt. Teodosic keeping control. Ricci inside to Hunter. Hunter flips it out somehow to Ricci. Ricci's got Holland to deal with and manages to bank it in, but is there a call? You can see what they want on the Unix Kazan bench, and you can see from Ricci's reaction, that's what they've got. Turnover, as you can see, number 12. Smith won't be in any rush here, I wouldn't have thought. Well, maybe he is. He will. He'll take it top of the key and just say, well, it's there, I'll have it. And he moves up to 17 points. Tucked in just behind Brown and just ahead of Holland. That gang of three. Teodosic, lovely feed inside, but Theodore was there to break it up. And now Brown will bring this one away. Smith will take it on. Does he beat the buzzer? It's irrelevant. Well, let's hope he's okay, yeah. Smith seems to be walking off all right. They don't need another injury, and they certainly don't need him coming off either. Wow, what a game this is. It's a 6-point lead to take into the last 10 minutes for the visitors. 10 to play. It's Virtus Segafredo Bologna 67, Unix Kazan 73. Really good for the visitors through the first 5 minutes of that third quarter, wasn't it? Wolters driving in, taking the layup. Teodosic answering one layup with another. Jamar Smith with the feed. Nicely done by White. White looking around, seeing where the support is. The support is coming from John Holland. Theodore. White. Brown. Easy as you like. That might have been the turning point of that third quarter, where Vince Hunter stepped in front of that Jamar Smith pass. Just shifted the momentum a little bit. 6-point game, but just look at all those free throws they've missed. Will they come back and haunt Bologna in the final analysis? 13 to 8 turnovers now all going to come down to these last 10 minutes. Such a huge prize for both these two teams. Bologna not only a chance to become the first Italian team to go through to the EuroCup final, a chance to return to the EuroLeague for the first time since 2008. For Unix Kazan, a chance to win a second EuroCup and to make a fourth appearance in the EuroLeague next season in the last 11 years. A massive, massive prize. 10 minutes away for one of these two teams. Virtus Bologna trailing by 6, but with possession here with Josh Adams. Adams with the pass. Ricci never quite got it under control, but they will keep possession. Belinelli sends it back. Here's Adams. Teodosic looks, checks his feet, won't go. Cannon managed to collect that. Here's Wolters, he continues just to freshen up that backcourt. Deep rotation he's got there, Dimitris Priftis, since Wolters came back. What a bonus that was. It's Wolters here. Here's White, nowhere to go. He's going to have to take this on himself here, White. Yeah, really well defended from Bologna. Shut down again. Adams will get to the baseline, sends it back to Ricci. Ricci to Belinelli. Belinelli will take it, won't go. Adams hustles the offensive rebound. That is outstanding hustle from Josh Adams. Whoa, that might be the smallest player on the court. Got in there in front of Nate Wolters, drew the foul as well. Josh Adams bringing the spark. Look at this, what a bonus that is for Bologna. Ricci will sit down. Still chasing this, but Djordjevic's side getting closer. There is no foul. Adams will take this on and sink it anyway. There goes another triple. How they needed that as well. A 9th three-pointer for Bologna makes it a 3-point game, and Adams really has been a difference maker. Double team on White. White will get it back. Wolters ran into Belinelli, but will keep possession. Clock's ticking again. Where's Wolters going to go? He gets around Alibegovic and converts something out of nothing. That's stunning from Nate Wolters. What good hustle from him. No other option on. He had to take it on. Meanwhile, Alibegovic will send it back to Belinelli for a corner three, and it was never in doubt. Bologna on the charge now. A 10th triple. It's their veteran, their talisman, that's come up with it. Cannon trying to get away from Adams. Zinged in there. John Brown gets it. It was scruffy, but they need every point they can get, and Brown gets himself to 20 points to just keep Unix Kazan in control of this one. But you get the sense Bologna are building some momentum, and Adams has played his part, zips it outside. Alibegovic left all on his own, misses. Brown collects. Here's Cannon. That's a big miss. Cannon zips in one way, zips in the other, and then misses. But the offensive rebound is there, and there's a foul on White. White following up, creating the opportunity for Unix Kazan. Draws another foul. Great work from Okaro White. And that all came off that missed three that was set up perfectly. And White surrounded. Belinelli got there first. Well, he was swarmed on. So Okaro White will join the double-digit club. Yeah, Brown might be leading the way with 20 points, but Smith 17, Holland 14, Wolters 10. And now White 10. That's balanced. 5 double-digit scorers. And it's a 6-point lead with 7.5 to play and ticking. Adams. Wolters tracking him all the way. Hunter, guarded by Holland. Can he get away? Tries the spin move. Holland stays with him. There's a whistle. Hunter off the foul. I really can't afford to be leaving any of these hanging now. Oh, that's quite a bang Alessandro Paiola's taken on the nose there. Teodosic, Belinelli, and now Hunter into double figures for Sasa Djordjevic. And Bologna sticking close, 4 points. 7 minutes to go. Wolters. We've got a Brown. That won't go from Brown, and it'll be Adams again. That's really good rebounding from Josh Adams. Great hustle. He skips past Wolters. There's a whistle. He's mugged under the rim there by Okaro White. They're really having trouble with Josh Adams at the moment. Unix Kazan. That burst of speed he's got, that quick step he's got. Oh, we get the big one. Oh! Well, we saw Josh Adams for 6 seconds right at the end of that first half. But since Stefan Markovic got himself in a bit of foul trouble, he's been front and centre of everything for Bologna. It's an awful lot of contact there from White, but Adams is holding nothing back, is he? Wolters was turned this way and that way. It actually looked worse than it was from White. I don't think it's anything like what it looked like in real time when you see it again. After all that, Teodosic with the inbound. Alibegovic, Adams. Oh, yeah. I'll call that. If the referees missed it, Dimitris Priftis didn't. You can see Jordan Morgan walking around there. That bad knee of his, doesn't look like he's coming back in, but he was moving okay. So hopefully that knee is nothing serious, but he will play in the EuroCup final series should Unix Kazan get there. Isaiah Cannon gets past Teodosic and it's knocked down by Hunter. Hunter was having none of that, was he? They really are toughening it up now. Bologna. Both teams making plays defensively, but Bologna really are slamming the door shut and just lost that Hunter as Brown came in backside. And there is the whistle. And that's White. Earlier, Cannon taking on Hunter. Good luck with that. Here's Hunter looking to make them pay at the other end. They edge closer. Kyle Weems leading the support from the Bologna bench as Jamar Smith and Nathan Wolters look to work something here. Here goes Okaro White. White waits for Smith. Smith gets away from Adams, sends it back to White for a wing three. Nailed. Great execution there from Unix Kazan. Big time shot from Okaro White, that. Adams. Super three-point shooting tonight. Both teams, they started off so fast, didn't they? Slung in by Teodosic to Hunter, and that's Smith on the backside getting caught. Foul number 3 on him. They keep sending them up to the line, don't they? This is the 30th shot they've taken from the stripe tonight, Bologna, and they keep leaving them hanging. 9 they've missed. Hunter will sink the second one. 4-point game, 5.5 to play in this series. Ball will go against Euronix Kazan. Travel against Cannon. Teodosic will take it on himself. Won't go. The rebound falls nicely for Brown. And here comes Smith. At a very, very slow pace indeed. Down to 5 minutes left in the game. In the other team's gym, and you're up by 4. Make that up by 7 as Jamar Smith drops an outrageous triple, his 4th of the night. Timeout is called. Smith joins Brown on 20 points. Euronix Kazan with a little bit more breathing room. Another big, big play there from Jamar Smith. He's just getting checked over as well. Anything there on White? So no question that the feet are behind the line. Any part of the feet that touch any part of the line, and that'll be a 2-pointer, but I don't think that's the issue. The issue now is that Bologna got another push because there's 5 minutes and 4 seconds left in this one, and they continue to chase it. Well, time to take a look at our 7 Days Magic moment. This is it. Turnover time. Here goes Vince Hunter, sends it back. And that's Amar Alibegovic saying, thank you very much indeed. Late Wolters having his pocket picked. Vince Hunter says, I'll let someone else have the glory. And Amar Alibegovic said, okay, I'll have that. Big steal, good hustle, and a lovely throwdown from Alibegovic. That is our magic moment. Five minutes left. We are inside officially now. Those last 5 minutes. Adams, 7 points, the deficit. Nice feed inside. Hunter drives it in, but it won't go, and it'll come out in the end, though, to Julian Gamble, or rather, Kyle Weems, who popped up in the right place at the right time. An important putback from Weems. Smith. Weems watching him. Lovely feed inside. How about that? And Okaro White on the receiving end of an absolutely dazzling assist from Jamar Smith. 7 points again. Adams. Belinelli loses out to Brown, but he'll end up back with Adams, and he'll end up back with Belinelli for 3, and he doesn't get it, but there's Belinelli again. Picking up his own rebound. Marco Belinelli wasn't going to be denied there, was he? The 35-year-old driving through, cleaning up his own mess. And Bologna looking to build some traction here. And Dimitris Priftis sensing the danger and calling a timeout. Got there in front of White, wouldn't be denied, and put it back. Big from Belinelli. Come up really big since he joined them right at the end of the regular season. his hometown team, and he helped inspire them to a EuroCup final. Well, they'll have to do it coming from behind, because it's still Unix Kazan with that 5-point edge. Brown, Smith, Teodosic, 20 points. 8 rebounds for Brown. Theodore hasn't been shooting an awful lot tonight. Just a couple of field goals, not converting either of them, but he does have 6 assists. Here we go then, less than 4 to play. Nate Wolters. Oh, there's a collision there that sees Belinelli hit the deck as Cannon rather went through him. Teodosic. So how can you call me for that? Teodosic shoving Cannon. Cannon shoving Belinelli. And the domino effect means an inbound for Unix Kazan. Just about gets through to Smith as Adams was there looking. Cannon. Where's he going to go? Gets inside Teodosic, hangs it up there. And can White finish? You bet. Really good hustle there with no angle to work with at all from Okaro White. 7 points the lead. Less than 3.5 to go here. Belinelli looking to take that one on, nothing doing. Cannon collects. What a position Unix Kazan have put themselves in here. On the road, where they lost game 1 of this best-of-3 series. They are now 3 minutes away from knocking out Virtus Bologna. There's a whistle there on Belinelli as Wolters went past him. Just remember, the weight of EuroCup history. Locomotive twice went on a 20-game win streak. On neither occasion did they reach, or rather neither occasion did they win the EuroCup. Bologna, of course, had that 20-game streak. And right now, their participation in the Championship Series is looking very, very doubtful. 3 Italian teams have reached the semi-finals of the EuroCup. None of them have made the final. And Bologna going to be the 4th in that streak. 9-point lead. Less than 3 to play. Here's Adams. It's do it now time for Adams, surely, and he does. That's big. Now, they need a stand. Force a turnover. But the clock really is ticking, and Unix's clock management, their game management has been terrific, and Wolters will take on a beauty of a wing 3. Absolutely stunning. Nobody guarded him. Now it's a 10-point lead, and it's just over 2 to play. And it's a full-blown crisis for Bologna now. They've got to get going. Cannon will take the foul. Teodosic given no room, no space to work his magic. Adams forced back. Still found a way to get the deep 2J. Off that foul, they'll send Teodosic up to the stripe once again. It's the 32nd free throw Bologna have had tonight. And here comes number 33. But they've missed 9 of them. And they trail by 8. Teodosic looking to make this 7. .2:10 to play. Markovic on 4 fouls comes back in for Teodosic. Ricci, their captain, comes in. Unix Kazan in a high-scoring shootout of a game. They put 94 points on the board, and with just under 2 minutes remaining, they still aren't over the line. He'll take it on here. Oh, just ridiculous. Jamar Smith, who went 0 for 5 from beyond the arc in game 2, has just hit his 5th of the night. And 10 attempts. Absolutely brilliant. There may be no coming back from that unless... Oh, that's big. That's big. White with the foul as Belinelli was taking the triple on. Belinelli from the stripe has missed 2 of his 4. They can't afford him to miss anything now. There's 2. What a foul that was from Okaro White. Couldn't do an awful lot about it. Well, he drew it. Is he going to exert maximum penalty? Yes, he is. Teodosic, refreshed, revitalised, will come in for the last 101 seconds of this game, of this series, unless Bologna can possibly take it to overtime. Who knows? Anything seems to be possible. Here's Smith, Markovic, Garden hands him off to Teodosic. Cannon can't make a move. They'll take all the time they can, and Smith will just take the short route, and nothing doing. Recycled by Brown and then picked off nicely. Fast break is on. Belinelli drives in, knocked down by White. There is a foul. There's a Cannon back there, excuse me. It's a lovely hustle there. Teodosic with the vision, and it is indeed Cannon, not White. White was late arriving, it was Cannon. And the foul on Belinelli. So the danger man will go to work again. Well, if they lose this Bologna, they'll have lost it at the stripe, and if they win it, they'll have won it at the stripe, because this is, believe it or not, a 39th free throw. 30 now successfully converted by Bologna, who have pulled to within 4 here. And it's not over yet. It's nowhere near over yet. Timeout is this for both these two teams. White with the feed and Smith sending it back, and White knocking down a wing 3. You thought, well, maybe that's too much for Bologna to come back from, but back they have come. Smith weaving his magic. Brilliant tonight. 4 triples for Jamar Smith. We come down to the final minute of this one, and Nate Wolters will use every second of that game clock. 60 seconds left. Wolters zips it outside. Smith for a corner 3. It won't go. Who's going to get that? Brown can't. Smith can. Almost picked off the backside by Hunter. It'll go out to White. They'll sit on it and sit on it and sit on it and take every second they can. Clock's ticking though. They'll have to make some kind of move. Here's Cannon. Will have to just hang it up there. Oh, get out of here! Isaiah Cannon. Ricci, it's got to go. It doesn't. Flicked away by Wolters. Teodosic has to get there. Chased down by Cannon, whose outrageous triple right on the buzzer may just be the backbreaker in this one. Their three-point shooting tonight, my goodness me. Smith, 4 of them. Wolters and Cannon, 3. White, Holland, a couple each. And it looks as if the curse of 20 consecutive wins is going to strike again. And are Bologna going to be the 4th Italian team to exit the competition at the semi-final stage? Isaiah Cannon may just have sealed their fate with that three-pointer. Free throw number 40. Incredible number. And remember, 9 misses. He's got them to the finish line. Just look at that. 24.3 seconds left. All they've got to do is be smart here, Bologna. Kazan and Bologna can pack their bags. They just adjusted the clock here. 24.8. It is. They've got to get this. And that's one way to do it. Teodosic with the foul. Theodore, though, with the inbound. Can they pick this off? They need it. There's another foul. White staying cool under pressure from Ricci. "20 consecutive wins to start their EuroCup campaign. And unless something incredible happens here, Virtus Segafredo Bologna will not be participating in the EuroCup final. A 100 points on the road in a deciding Game 3 for Unix Kazan. Dimitris Priftis, who saw his team lose the first one of this best-of-3 series, withstand the late rally from Bologna in Game 2, and now seconds away from a return not only to the EuroCup final, a title they won back in 2011, but a return to the Euro League next season as well. Bologna needs 7 points, and they need a miracle. Whatever Sasa Djordjevic has left in the magic box, now is the time to bring it out, because they need something out of the ordinary here, Bologna. It's Teodosic with the inbound. Adams will take it on and sink it. Hold your horses. 4-point game. Smith gets it out to Theodore. Theodore with the outlet pass to Nate Wolters. Nate Wolters with the layup. See you later. There's no coming back from this, surely. Adams will try. That one won't go. Smith will get it, and that'll do it. Officially still some seconds left, but he knows there is no way Virtus Segafredo Bologna can extricate themselves from this. What a performance on the road from EuroCup Kazan. Just look at the numbers they've put up. 14 triples tonight at nearly 50%. Their two-point shooting has been at a high level consistently, and they haven't made a mess of things from the stripe the way Bologna did. They've missed 2 of theirs. The 9 that Bologna have missed loom large. Belinelli hangs one up there, and it drops, of course. So Bologna hit 100 points. Everything they can, Bologna. And ever since EuroCup Kazan cruised past them in the first 5 minutes of that third quarter, they've been chasing and chasing in vain. Belinelli departs. Okaro White, a huge contributor, one of 3 EuroCup players over 20 points tonight. Just look at this score. It really was a gunfight, this one, wasn't it? And it's Bologna that are heading to Boot Hill. It's all over. What a stunning performance from EuroCup Kazan. 1 down in a best-of-3 series against an unbeaten opponent. They've not only leveled it up, they've then gone on the road into Bologna's backyard and wrapped up a huge win that books themselves a meeting with AS Monaco later this month in the EuroCup Final. A chance to win the trophy for the 2nd time in club history. And a chance to be playing in the EuroLeague next season. What a night for Dimitris Priftis. What a night for his players. What a night for EuroCup Kazan. Earned the right to celebrate. Remember, Jordan Morgan went out early as well with that knee injury. They managed to compensate for that. That triple from Isaiah Cannon, absolutely massive in the final analysis. It's all over in Italy. Virtus Segafredo Bologna 100, EuroCup Kazan an extraordinary 107. Oh, catch your breath. Incredible.
John, congratulations for the win, congratulations for the final. What was the key for this win, especially in the second half?
For sure, you know, we just stuck with our game plan and executed well down defensively. You know, of course, they got some calls, but, you know, we just stuck with it. We didn't bicker at the referees like in the past that we've done, and we just held it together.
Thank you.
Just for you, Brandon C.
John Brown had a huge, huge part to play in all this, didn't he? Wolters with the feed there. And his return to health has come at just the right time. No coincidence that they've won back-to-back games with Wolters back in the lineup after that injury. He's played his part. 17 points from Wolters tonight. Well, completely eclipsed by Brown's 20, White's 22, and Smith's 24.
Okay, congratulations for this amazing win. What are your feelings in this moment?
You know, my feelings is mixed. Coming to play at the place I started my professional career, it was amazing against a great team. But we came and played our heart out. You know, we played our heart out. We played with that dog mentality, and we won the game. And, you know, we came in here thinking we was going to win the game. So it was a great game, and I'm glad we got the victory.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, Okaro White knows what basketball means in this city. He'll know how much this hurts in Bologna tonight. but they are celebrating in Kazan. An extraordinary come-from-behind series from Unix Kazan. They really have earned their place in the EuroCup final. That was some game. Fitting of a game 3. Sometimes they're a bit flat and anticlimactic. Not this one. It started fast. And it held our attention all the way through.
Congratulations for this final, this win. What was the key for the win tonight?
Well, before I say about the key, is a unique moment for us, you know, for me personally and for my guys, for the club, that we will participate next season in the top teams, you know, in EuroLeague. And I'm very glad, I'm very thankful, you know, to my guys, to my players, to the staff, to the whole staff, to the people of my team. It was a very positive aura before we came here. To my president, that he's an old guy. He's every day on the court. He supports the team. He's very close to us. He tries, you know, to give us the best conditions, you know, to work. And I'm very glad that I gave him, you know, today we gave him, you know, this pleasure. Of course, the job is not done. You know, we have this final in front of us, but you know by yourself that is a very important achievement. You know, this was a final, you know, for both teams. So I'm very thankful, you know, to all the staff. I'm very thankful to my physio, because we had unbelievable injuries the last 2 stages, you know, of EuroCup and the series with Loco and now with Virtus. And because of his contribution, he helped us amazingly. That Wolters play today is a surprise, you know, he shouldn't play. So I'm very thankful to all the people, you know, of my team, and I'm glad that we live this unique moment, which is it's a good experience, you know. You work many years, you work months, you know, to live this kind of moment. So I'm very glad for my guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
A speech that sounded like it came from the Oscars. So many people to thank, but you can see the emotion on the face of Dimitris Priftis there. And if anyone's earned a right to show some emotion, it's him. What a job he has done. How many people gave this team a chance when they went 1 down against mighty Bologna? But it's Unix Kazan that'll be playing in the EuroCup final. A quick look at how they did it. Big plays here, there and everywhere tonight. Nate Wolters certainly making a big contribution. Healthy again. Josh Adams off the bench provided a spark, gave Bologna some hope with the assist. Hunter couldn't deliver, Weems could. Smith hit some big threes when they were needed. Also dished out some good stuff for the likes of Okaro, White, Adams, and Belinelli. Could the old campaigner keep it going? Well, he wasn't going to stop, was he? His engine's still running full on. Adams, deep 2. Wolters steps back, says, there you go. They did that all night long, didn't they? And then Isaiah Cannon just put the final nail in their coffin with that stunning triple. One last look at the numbers then before we go. Just look at that. 48% three-point shooting, 78% from the foul line for Bologna. That's a big difference maker right there as well. What a different game it could have been. The turnovers, too many again from Bologna. But a stunning game, a real shootout. And it's Unix going to the EuroCup final.
7 days EuroCup in association with